Hey guys, this is Amit and you are watching Tech Dad. In this video, we are going to compare between Redmi 10 Prime versus Samsung Galaxy F12, and we will discuss which one is better in camera, performance, display, body of the devices, features, communication chips, and about the prices. In the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better according to me. So watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let the comparison start with the camera of the devices. Talking about the rear camera of the devices, 10 Prime have quad camera setup, 50 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 2 megapixel of macro camera and 2 megapixel of depth sensor. Whereas the F12 comes with quad camera setup, 48 megapixel of wide camera, 5 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 2 megapixel of macro camera and 2 megapixel of depth sensor. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it have low aperture camera, which can take low noisy photos in low light conditions. And about the front camera of the devices, 10 Prime have 8 megapixel of wide camera, whereas F12 have 8 megapixel of wide camera. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it have low aperture, which can take low noisy photos in low light conditions. Let's talk about the camera features of the devices. 10 Prime have LED flash, HDR and panorama, whereas F12 have LED flash, HDR and panorama. So it's a tie. And about the video recording options in the devices, 10 Prime can shoot Full HD video max at 30 fps, whereas F12 can record Full HD video max at 30 fps. So it's a tie here. Moving to the performance of the devices, let's start with the operating system of the devices. 10 Prime have Android 11 support. On the other side, F12 also have Android 11 support. So it's a tie. And about the user interface of the devices, 10 Prime have MIUI, whereas F12 comes with one UI. So it's a tie here because both of the user interface have different UI. So it's up to you which UI you like it or not, it's up to you. Let's talk about the processor of the devices. 10 Prime is powered by MediaTek Helio G88 based on 12nm processor, whereas F12 is powered by Exynos 850 based on 12nm processor. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it has faster processor, which can give you faster processing speed. And about the GPU of the devices, 10 Prime is packed with Mali G52, whereas F12 is packed with Mali G52. So it's a tie because both of the devices can give you same FPS in games. Let's talk about the clock speed of the devices. 10 Prime can clock at 2.0 GHz based on octa-core Cortex chipset, whereas F12 can clock at 2.0 GHz based on octa-core Cortex chipset. So it's a tie here because both of the devices have approximately the same clock speed. And about the RAM variants in the devices, 10 Prime have two options, 4 and 6 GB, whereas F12 have 4 GB of RAM option. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it have multi-RAM option. Let's talk about the internal storage of the devices. 10 Prime comes with 64 and 128 GB of storage, whereas F12 have 64 and 128 GB of storage. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same read and write speed. And about the external storage of the devices, both of the devices have dedicated card slot. So it's a tie here. 10 Prime have dedicated card slot, whereas F12 also have dedicated card slot. So it's a tie. Moving to the display features of the devices, let's start with the display size of the devices. 10 Prime have 6.5 inches of display, whereas F12 also have 6.5 inches of display. So it's a tie here because both of the devices have approximately the same screen size. And about the screen to body ratio of the devices, 10 Prime have approximately 83.4%, whereas F12 have 81.9%. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it have bigger ratio. Let's talk about the screen resolution of the devices. 10 Prime comes with Full HD Plus display. On the other side, F12 has HD Plus display. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it have Full HD Plus display. And about the display type of the devices, 10 Prime have LCD display having 90 Hz of refresh rate, whereas F12 have PLS IPS display with 90 Hz of refresh rate. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it have Full HD Plus display which can produce sharper images. Moving to the body features of the devices, let's start with the thickness of the devices. 10 Prime have 8.9 mm of thickness, whereas F12 have 9.7 mm of thickness. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it have slimmer body. Talking about the weight of the devices, 10 Prime comes with 181 grams of weight, whereas F12 have 227 grams of weight. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it have lighter body weight. And about the protective glass of the devices, 10 Prime have Gorilla Glass 3, whereas F12 have Gorilla Glass 3. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same generation of glass. Let's talk about the build quality of the devices. 10 Prime have plastic back with plastic frame, whereas F12 have plastic back with plastic frame. So it's a tie because both of the devices have solid build quality. And about the SIM options in the devices, both of the devices have dual nano SIM support, so it's a tie here. Moving to some of the most important features of the devices, let's start with the fingerprint scanner of the devices. 10 Prime have side mounted fingerprint scanner. On the other side, F12 have side mounted fingerprint scanner, so it's a tie here. And about the sensors in the devices, 10 Prime have accelerometer, proximity and compass, whereas F12 have accelerometer. So the winner here is 10 Prime. Let's talk about the battery capacity of the devices. 10 Prime have 6000 mAh battery capacity, whereas F12 also have 6000 mAh battery capacity. So it's a tie here because both of the devices have same battery capacity. Let's talk about the charging speed of the devices. 10 Prime have 18 watts of fast charging, whereas F12 have 15 watts of fast charging. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it have faster charging speed. Let's talk about the loudspeaker of the devices. 10 Prime comes with stereo speakers, whereas F12 have normal speakers. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it can produce a massive sound. And about the headphone jack of the devices, 10 Prime have 3.5mm of headphone jack, whereas F12 also have, so it's a tie here. Moving to the communication chips in the devices, starting with the WLAN of the devices. Both of the devices have dual band Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi direct and hotspot, but 10 Prime have Wi-Fi AC, so the winner here is 10 Prime. And about the Bluetooth version of the devices, 10 Prime have 5.1 generation of Bluetooth, whereas F12 have 5th generation of Bluetooth. So the winner here is 10 Prime because it have newer generation of Bluetooth. Let's talk about the positioning chips in the devices. 10 Prime have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS, whereas F12 have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS. So it's a tie here. And about the USB connectivity of the devices, 10 Prime comes with 2nd gen of Type-C connector, whereas F12 also have 2nd gen of Type-C connector with OTG support. So the winner here is F12. Moving to the price of the devices in the international market, 10 Prime is around $200 US, whereas F12 is available from $150 US. In the Indian market, 10 Prime have starting range from 12,000 rupees, whereas F12 is available from 12,000 rupees. So the conclusion of the video is, in the camera, the winner here is 10 Prime. In the performance, the winner here is 10 Prime. In the display, the winner here is 10 Prime. In the body segment, the winner here is 10 Prime. In the features of the device, it's a tie. In the communication chips, it's a tie. And about the prices, the winner here is 10 Prime. So the decision is totally yours. Which device you like the most so far, and let me know in the comment below. What do you think, which device is better for you? So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like our content, please like our video, share this video and subscribe to our channel. Comment what's your thought in the comment below. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please like our page TechDad, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram ID on the screen. This is Amit and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.